Hey guys, it's Yolanta from Soullight Space. I am astrologer, and in this video we're gonna talk about the new cycle of Mars, which will help us to predict what kind of actions we can expect in the world for the next over 2 years. The cycle of Mars lasts for about 26 months. So every 26 months Mars starts a new cycle, and this cycle is marked by Mars Cazimi, which is the meeting of Mars with Sun in the same sign at the same degree. And this starts this new cycle for the next 2 years. So in November, we are expecting Mars Cazimi. And just first to show you how accurate is this Mars cycle in terms of predicting what kind of area in the world will be under very high action. There will be a lot going on in this sign in which Mars will be in Cazimi moment, which will be like the marker of the cycle. So I have here the list just of few previous Cazimis. We will not explain the whole history of humanity, but just for the last few years, for us to know, so we also remember what was actually happening. So if we check the Cazimi of Mars few years ago, there was a Cazimi in September 2019 in the sign of Virgo, and this cycle lasts till October 2021. So what happened in the world from end of 2019 till end of 2021? What was the main theme globally? What was happening? It was in Virgo, this Cazimi, Mars Cazimi in Virgo on September 2019. COVID-19, Virgo is the sign of pharmacology, medicine, health, especially this physical health connected to body, hospitals, nurses, doctors, healing. Virgo is the healer of the zodiac. And the opposite sign of Virgo is Pisces, which rules viruses, liquids, some toxin that you pour into the body as well, including also some addictions. But those of you who are following me on social media, you know what kind of toxic liquid I'm talking about in context of 2020, 2021. And you can see that the main theme of the collective was health, Virgo, healing, finding solution for health problem. Everybody was focused on that. And that was the Mars cycle. The first one I want to mention. After that, next one, in 2021, October 2021, we had the start of the cycle in Libra, Mars in Libra. This is the opposite energy of Mars, because Mars is the god of war, and Libra is ruled by Venus, by beauty, by partnerships, by diplomacy, by gentleness, kindness, equality, counting everybody as equal, and also trying to find balance between people in relationships, business partnerships as well here. Peace. Libra is peace. It's the opposite sign of Aries, basically. We always have signs in oppositions. Aries is fire, is war, aggression, and Libra is peace, beauty, art. So we had this cycle from October 2021 till November 2023. Now we are ending this cycle right now. Cycle of Mars being in the most peaceful sign. And what was happening in that time? October 2021, a few months later, in February 2022, we had the start of war in Ukraine. And you can see that even though we can find some similarities of what is happening now in Middle East, also there was a start of something very drastic now in Middle East. But look how different is the approach to those things, with those cycles changing here. So with Libra in Ukraine, the solution for that was more about sanctions, maybe cutting off those diplomatic connections between countries. European Union became more united, I would say. There was one enemy in front of them, so those countries in European Union, Libra, connections, partnerships, collaboration, teamwork, countries were uniting themselves together in front of one big enemy that they have seen in Russia. So there was no like the action taken in that situation was not military. It was more about sanctions helping in a very indirect way. You can see that this Mars in Libra, those last 2 years, there was not that much action going on in terms of like really big military stuff, and then even if there would be some aggression, some anger, it would be more passive. It would be more about punishing somebody by just cutting them off, not wanting to have relationships with them. Libra is relationships, so when Libra is fighting, is more about that, more about just not dealing with you, not giving you love, not giving you my good qualities, and also some sort of anger that it's not so direct. And now we can have on November 17th the Cazimi. It's like this Cazimi lasts for a while, so it's like for 2 days, November 17th, November 18th, November 19th, when the Sun meets the energy of Mars in the same sign at the same degree. So this year we are having this in Scorpio. Scorpio is, it used to be ruled by Mars before we discovered Pluto. So again, this war energy, warrior energy is here. And after discovery of Pluto, we also could add to Pluto this more intensified energy of Mars. Very destructive, I would say. It's really death and rebirth kind of energy with Pluto. Those of you who watch your chart and when you have transits of Pluto on your personal planets, to the core how transformative Pluto is. It can really make you feel like you are dead, like your life is over, and then you need to reborn yourself from this psychological death and come back to life. Pluto is extremely intense, the most extreme, the most intense energy out there, and it's the ruler of Scorpio. So we're gonna have Mars in Scorpio from November 2023. I mean the cycle, not Mars. Mars will change sign later and in November. But yes, most of November so far is with Mars in Scorpio. So this cycle, it's gonna last until January 8th, 2026. So again, over 2 years of having action related to Scorpio, globally speaking, and that's definitely not a peaceful and easy energy to have when we are dealing with such a situation globally in terms of war, conflict, aggression, and in general, we have a very shaky moment going on right now in geopolitics. You can definitely see that there is a big tension between countries, those big players like Russia, China, US, and of course US is behind Israel. So whatever is going on in Israel, with Israel, it's connected to US, and US is European Union, allies here and there. And in front of that, we have Russia, China. It's really intense. Middle East and whatever is going on there, it's something that can really affect the whole world. That's why it's really scary to see Scorpio now starting the cycle. We can already feel this energy because Mars is in Scorpio right now when I am speaking, and also right before this start of the war on October 7th, we had Pluto squaring Mars. Mars was in Libra. This Libra that was ruling the previous Mars cycle. So Mars in Libra squared by Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, and that was actually the symbol in my symbology understanding. That was the end of Mars in Libra, and that was like the cleaning the path for Scorpio to enter. So now on November 17th, powerful day of Cazimi here, and that will happen a few days after the new moon in Scorpio as well. And this new moon is actually in conjunction to Mars. Guys, it's a lot going on here in this energy. Those of you who know astrology, you can probably start to feel some chills by listening to what I'm saying here. And I will explain more about new moon and this Mars cycle connected to Scorpio, but just to finalize this scheduling of cycles, the next cycle in 2026 will be in Capricorn. So for 2 years till March 2028, we're gonna have Mars focus, the energy focus, drive, passion, activity, actions will be connected to Capricorn. Right now, Pluto is in Capricorn, so you can see where is the power of Pluto and where is also deep transformation going on. Institutions, old system, governments, people in power, leaders, traditional approach to system. And this energy will be ruling Mars from 2026, which is suggesting me that there will be a need from 2026 to build something stable, new structure, new system, because Capricorn rules that. That's the energy of order, of law, like not law, but rules, new system. So I don't know what will happen in the next few years, but there is definitely an energy of building some new foundations, stable foundations. Also, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so there might be also some energy of restriction related to Mars, some obstacles to overcome. Maybe it will be a little bit harder, but from the other side, Mars is a very good energy for to be in Capricorn. Capricorn is determined, it's ambitious, it's not giving up. It's like Saturn, it will survive anything, and it's polishing things, it's making things more responsible. Great ambitious energy, Mars in Capricorn. So the good thing is that it's gonna be definitely something positive in terms of individual path, because both Mars in Scorpio and Mars in Capricorn are good energies in the individual use of astrology. So if you find where is 24-25 degrees Scorpio in your chart, now starting this new cycle with Scorpio, you can check in which house you're gonna have this high ambition, determination to reach your goals. And then we're gonna continue in Capricorn 18, 19, 20 degree. That will be the Cazimi in January 2026. So then this house where you have Capricorn at those degrees will be also charged with energy. This is like a fuel, Mars. So you will have great energies to work with your Scorpio and with your Capricorn house for the next years. And what is really mind-blowing, the final word about those Mars dates, 2028, so few years later than I am talking. Let's see if YouTube will be still alive and somebody will watch this in 2028. Hello from the past, if you are there. March 19th, 2028, that's the next cycle starting in terms of Mars, but it's really tricky here because we have like right when there is Cazimi sun going on, Mars Cazimi on the sun, there is a switch of signs from Pisces to Aries. So we're going to have like two Cazimis in two different signs. March 19th, it will be Pisces at final 29 anaretic critical degree. The very end of the cycle, 29th last degree, Pisces last sign of the zodiac. And then we're going to have second Cazimi 3 days later in Aries, the first sign of the zodiac at 2 degrees. Oh my goodness, guys. Really, I have like chills, seeing that this is a powerful message of ending old and starting new, and that will be 2 year cycle with this vibration I just told you, the end of karma, the end of some old story, the end of the ends. This is the final. If somebody has 29-degree Pisces in the chart, especially in the last 12th house, this is really like the sign of total final ending of karmic journey. Those people are old souls and they are so charged with karmic experiences. Oh my goodness. So that will be the Cazimi in 2028 in March. Ending and beginning, big beginning. And remember, this is not about what will happen in March 2028. This will be 2 years long cycle of Mars, which will end, watch out the date, May 24th, 2030. And then this next cycle will be in Gemini. So 2028, 2030, Agenda 2030. Ending and beginning, Pisces, Aries. It makes me think a lot about what this can mean, but for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you can Google Agenda 2030, you can Google World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, just see what those people are planning for 2030, exactly for this time. It's very crazy. When I'm seeing this, it's so aligned. Anytime I watch transits and then I see plans of elites for us, I kind of I suspect that they must use astrologers. It's impossible that they have such alignment. And now I also will recheck after this video if there is already something about March 2028 and May 2030 in plans. You can also do that. If you find out, you can let me know. Very important dates. But let's go back to the previous moment. So we are now starting November 2023 when I am recording that, Halloween night. What a day to discuss Mars in Scorpio new cycle, because we are in the Scorpio season. Halloween is the typical vibration of Scorpio, facing us with death and rebirth, facing us with this dark side of life, with scary things, dark things, shadows. Very, very special day I have chosen for this video. So now I'm gonna tell you what we can expect for the next 2 years with this Mars. So Scorpio is hidden energy, private, intimate, secretive, mysterious. So there will be a lot of action that will be hidden. We will have no idea that this is happening. Behind the scenes, underworld, underground. So we can expect that probably many things will happen without the knowledge of the collective, or we will have to really dig deep to find out about them. Another thing is that Scorpio, as it used to be the ruler, traditional ruler, it was Mars, the planet of aggression, war, conflict, and being in Scorpio, very, very, very strong and intense energy of holding grudges, of revenge. If you hurt this energy, and this energy is not evolved towards Neptune, towards forgiveness, this can really end up badly. Scorpio is it's such a great player. I think that nobody is so I don't know what kind of word I can use for that, but Scorpio just always wins, you know. This energy will find ways to hurt you back. At the same time, Scorpio is very good at psychology. It has a very deep approach. It can find out very easily your weak points, and it can really defend himself or herself in a very strategic way, waiting for this right moment to bring this revenge, even many years. Also, that's a sign of jealousy, obsession, paranoia, fear. Very often, Scorpio acts in an aggressive way out of fear. You can also think about the animal Scorpio in nature. You can watch how they behave. What kind of energy is that? It's very much connected to the archetype of Scorpio. You know, there's always this little. You never know when it's gonna attack. You just need to. If you trigger this energy in the wrong way, oh my goodness. What else? Scorpio is spying energy. So I believe that there will be a lot of activity, like countries spying each other and doing things in secret, as I mentioned before. Um, like, you know, maybe creating some allies against another country without, you know, much knowledge of that country about that. You know, tricky stuff here, mystery. Also, it's gas. Scorpio rules underground resources, so we can expect a lot of action around oil, gas, probably prices. Scorpio is also financial energy, shared resources. So with this new moon and this new Mars cycle now in November, that's a powerful sign for me that there will be a lot of shake-up in financials and finances. So I wanted to say financial and then finances, and I created a new word. Guys, finances will not be stable for sure, especially with Uranus being in Taurus, opposite to this Mars in Scorpio. So that's a very explosive, shakeable, shocking, sudden, unexpected energy ruling now our area of finances, resources, prices, investments, savings, possessions. Again, oil, gas. It will be, you know, inflation will not leave us for sure, and turbulences in the market. Also, Bitcoin, you know, cryptocurrency. This will also bring some, you know, ups and downs for sure, drastic changes here. I will open for myself this Cazimi to see deeper what energy is that, because the moment of Cazimi, the chart of the Cazimi, will give us insights for the next 2 years. And now I'm watching that it's 24 degree. If we go right to the middle, it's 24 degree, November 17th, more or less, because it's, you know, a few days before and after we can feel the energy as well. That's a good day to decide how you want to, if we talk about the individual chart, how you want to use this power of Scorpio in your Scorpio house. What goals, what plans do you have, what you want to achieve? Because on the individual level, it's really, you will have so much control, so much ambition, so much power to win in this house where you have 24 degrees Scorpio. So it's worth to set some focus there as well, pour some energy there and work on this for 2 years. There will be definitely great effect of this work here. Scorpio is super highly focused. It's like you know, it doesn't see anything else, just the goal, and it's pushing there with a very emotional approach to this as well. So this Cazimi Sun Mars in Scorpio is opposite Uranus in Taurus. When I'm speaking Uranus, which is worth to know. It's at the same degree, 21 degree, when the Second World War started. It doesn't mean that, we're gonna have exactly the same manifestation, but it means that Uranus right now is in the same place in the cycle. It's creating similar area, similar energy for us that people back then in 1939, 40, 41 were experiencing, which was very shaking. Geopolitically speaking, that was just crazy, Second World War, huge battles. Not talking about economy, what happened to economy those times. And Uranus in Taurus is all about finances. It's also nature, land, food, shakeups there. During the Cazimi, it will be at 20 degrees, so it's gonna change the degree. Right now it's retrograded, so it's going backwards, but still it's very close to this degree, and it's very close to 22nd degree, which is in degree theory, that's the kill or be killed energy. 22 degree, that's a critical degree. And also it's very close to the most malefic star in astrology, which is called Algol, malefic star, and it's heading towards exact conjunction with this star. Uranus cycle lasts 84 years, so 84 years we had the Second World War, and right now we are in the same position of Uranus. So careful with those transits here. And Uranus will conjunct Algol. Let me see. I wanted to see if I have the day. I think it's in April. Let me find out if I have it somewhere here. For sure, we're gonna have Taurus 21st degree triggered by the conjunction of Uranus and Jupiter on April 2024 next year. So it can bring expansion, growth of what already we have here going on with Uranus in Taurus, this instability in geopolitics, in nature as well, some earthquakes, anything that is unexpected, volcano, also economy, banks, money, turbulences there. But again, Algol was last time when we had Uranus in Taurus conjunct Algol, which will happen next year, 2024. Last time we had this actually in times of Second World War, where there was the height of this situation, 1941, 1942. That was Hitler's final solution for European Jews. It was the first death camp. Pearl Harbor. Algol is very destructive. That's destruction. That's really malefic. So I pray to, I don't know to what, because I'm not a part of any religion, but I really pray to the energy for to be manifested in the best way possible. But we need to be careful, definitely, those times. This is really a very shakable time for humanity. There is no stability, and it's just quite scary for me. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm just a human. I am not any special being. I know astrology, but I'm just a person. I have my emotions, and it's really making me feel some sort of intensity when I see that, right? And also the Saturn and Neptune conjunction in Aries at 0 degree on February 26 in 2026. Aries first degree, first sign of astrology, new chapter. Very rare transit when Saturn and Neptune meet exactly at the very beginning of the first sign in astrology in 2026. And this is correlated to this new Mars cycle. Yes, so we can actually see that this cycle we are entering now, Mars in Scorpio, it's gonna end 1 month before this conjunction of Saturn and Neptune, marking something new, some new, totally new chapter. Those planets together, this is really, by itself, it's always a big event, but if it's in Aries at 0 degree, can you imagine? This is like the beginning of astrology, the beginning of wheel. This is like in the human life, you can compare it to birth, to the first breath when you leave your mother's body, and that's the start of life, Aries. But what we're gonna start, I don't know. Okay, Cazimi, Scorpio, Mars, November 17th, opposition Uranus. I already explained to you that this Uranus opposite to this Cazimi brings turbulence. It's gonna, those energies are connected to each other. So if we have such a high intensity of Scorpio triggered by explosive Uranus, and also it's worth to know that Scorpio rules nuclear power, atomic power as well, and also all kind of underground energies, as it's the sign of gas. And I also see that Neptune is at exact 24 degree trining this Cazimi Mars. That means that there is some connection, the energy flow between Scorpio and Pisces here, which from one side is good because Neptune in Pisces gives compassion, forgiveness, high spiritual energy. So maybe this will soften a little bit this Scorpio Mars. But from the other hand, Pisces Neptune, it's water, ocean, sea, liquids. So what we can, if we connect the dots, what we can have here, for example, some activity similar to what we have with Nord Stream, like some sabotage there, gas pipes that are running through the sea. Also some exploration of the ground underneath the sea in search for resources as oil and gas. And if you have seen what I posted on my Instagram about the underbelly of Israel events, Middle East events, Gaza events, where is Israel, Gaza, and those countries there on this coast? There is a source of resources to be explored there. And from the video I posted, the message is that it's all about US and Israel, which they are collaborating to remove competition for those resources from that area, and all those movements there are, that's the goal. And then as I see this Cazimi with Scorpio connected to Neptune, that means that there will be a high determination to get this, which is connected to more intensified fights in that area. It's very hard for me to talk about those things because, I wish to tell something positive. And yes, I did actually, on the positive side, you can really use this energy for your own achievements. And trust me, you will achieve a lot if you work with Scorpio Mars for the next 2 years. But yeah, it looks quite turbulent here, this situation in the world. For sure, financial world is not something that you can expect to be calm and stable. And geopolitics as well. With nodes being in Aries, Libra, North Node towards Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the planet of war. And North Node is increasing the energy of Aries, of Mars, of war. Yeah, shaky times. guys, what I can say. But for now, you know that you can use this energy in your own chart. So search for Scorpio, work there, try to do something there. And then last thing I want to tell you, it will be this new moon that it's gonna happen. I just need to find the chart. And new moon, it's gonna happen in the same sign, also in Scorpio, just few days before the event I just explained to you, this new cycle of Mars. So that's also a very important thing, that those events are like correlated. New moon is starting some new cycle, and what's more, I already told you that there will be a conjunction of Mars in Scorpio with this new moon. So look at this crazy November schedule. What a Scorpio season. November 13th, new moon conjunct Mars in Scorpio. Few days later, November 17th, Cazimi of Mars and Sun in Scorpio, few degrees away, which marks the cycle for the next 2 years. So this new moon will be not only about now, it's gonna also show us what those next 2 years will be all about. So for you, on a personal level, you can really work on this new moon, November 13th, in order to set intentions, in order to find out how you want to pour this extremely ambitious energy of Mars in Scorpio. Remember that Scorpio is really invincible, I would say. So really worth to work on that. What's interesting is that on this new moon in Scorpio, November 13th, there is the opposition of Uranus at 21 degree, the degree I mentioned to you before, connected to events during the Second World War. Uranus opposite new moon. Definitely on an individual level, time for big changes, time to try something new, time for some radical revolution in your life. And with Scorpio determination and also transformation energy, this is a great day to really choose your next path, set intentions, plant new seeds, and work on those things with your high determination. This not giving up energy of Scorpio. Choose your strategy, choose your tactic, try to use this energy to your best. On the global level, collective level, when we have new moon in Scorpio conjunct Mars, and Mars here will be at 22 degree, to kill or be killed energy. Again, that's the degree theory, that's the critical degree. It looks very intense in terms of some possible conflict, provocation, protests, because Uranus is involved. So Uranus brings this revolutionary energy, unstable energy, some sudden shocking events. It can be something explosive. We can hear about some intense events around this date of November 13th. There might be also some new chapter opening up in those matters of conflict. Maybe some decision will be made. There will be some document that will be signed. Yeah. Especially because we also have Mercury in sextile to Venus during this time. Venus will be in Libra. Collaboration and Sagittarius Mercury, international collaboration. Some partnerships might be discussed during this time. There might be some decision to maybe do something together in terms of some strategy, tactic, getting resources, especially those underground resources, and using the energy of aggression, anger, war, military conflict with this Mars here opposite Uranus. World can be shaken during this November, just as it was already in October, but it's looking like more is coming. That's why I mentioned in my previous video, guys, we really need to increase the energy of peace in our individual life energy in order to bring more balance to this situation I am describing here right now. Let me think for a second. You know, I think that's actually all I wanted to say. We have new moon, we have new cycle of Mars, we have 2 years ahead. Remember that with Scorpio energy, it's very important to know the shadow side of it, because it's a very dark energy if it's used in the shadow. It can really take control over you if you jump into obsession, jealousy, revenge, grudges, not forgetting some past pain and wanting revenge. If you go there into that side of Scorpio, it can become very violent, cruel, destructive. So be aware of this energy right now in November, especially those 2 days. You can mark them and you can see what is happening in the world. November, already starting November like 10th till the end of the month, November maybe 20, 10, 20. You can see what will happen. I'm making this video on October 31st, so I also don't know. I will also watch, and then we're gonna go back maybe to this video and reflect how astrology manifested itself with those transits. Let's hope it's gonna be in the highest, most evolved, most beautiful manifestation possible. So that's what I have for you for now. If you like this video, if you find this information valuable, interesting, please subscribe to my channel, leave a like. You can comment down below what do you think about what I am saying here. Please follow me on Facebook and Instagram, because there I share more detailed informations, insights about what is going on in astrology. Those YouTube videos are more about showing the big picture of things, because it's very hard to put in one post so many transits all at once. So I use YouTube more to show higher perspective of it all. And as I mentioned before in my previous videos, this is a crucial time for humanity. There is a big change going on, big shakeup, big transition from old system to new system, from Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius. New future is opening up, and always when there is something new coming, first there needs to be a space for that. So we need to remove what was old, and that means some sort of loss, the structure, the destruction. I'm really tired already. I can feel those eclipses. They really they took all the energy out of me, but I still try to give insights about astrology, because I feel like the world should know what is going on. And yeah, so forgive me if this video was maybe a little bit like in a slow motion and you can maybe see that I'm a bit tired, but I hope that the insight itself was interesting for you. Let me know. And yeah, support me if you wish. I'm drinking now the warm tea from one of you, and there is a donation button that you can always use if you want to say thank you for my service. And yeah, you can just invite me for a cup of warm tea. So we are gonna have a online tea together. Thank you so much for all the donations, for all the support, for all the warmth that I'm getting from you guys, from beautiful comments, from messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, welcome for your personal readings where I can help you to understand yourself. I can show you your transits. You can find best ways how to use next months in your life to achieve a lot, to work on yourself. I also do child readings in case you have a child and you would like to know the energy of your son or daughter, to help them to be the best supportive parent possible. There is a lot of readings. You can just see on my website what kind of offer I have. There is just one price for hour. I have different readings but with the same price, so do not really stress so much about what kind of reading should you choose. Just think if you want to really know a lot or just a little bit, because 1 hour is really a short time for me to tell you things about your chart. 2 hours is already something, that I start to feel some satisfaction after such reading. I have more time to talk, to see, to think. So up to you guys. Welcome for readings and see you next time. Bye.